All right. Well, I guess no time like the present. So let's go ahead and start moving here. Make sure my audio is good. I think we're good. Candy's here. What up, Candy?
Hey yo.
What is going dizzity down? Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. I want to see what your mashing looks like. Dude, you're getting like... It's getting some good ones on here.
Yes, actually the attempt before this I reset because my mashing wasn't, it was too slow for me.
Pretty good? Hell yeah. I'm like looking at, so I see alternating. I think some of the frames are lost in here, but you got a lot of good alternating in here, so.
You'll notice throughout the run, my mashing is generally very good. There's only one moment where I maybe slip up on it.
Bro,
Yeah.
was that like frame perfect on the text removal?
The Pidgey, I maybe lost a couple frames on the first one because you can see the A. Oh, actually, the last text block, yep.
The fourth one is what I'm talking about. That one was
one's frame perfect.
actually frame perfect. Yeah, it was right there. It was right here. That frame. Or one
Actually,
of
I
these two.
generally try to go for that one because there's a frame where you can take a picture and also skip the text. There's a frame where you obviously skip the text and you don't see it.
It's right there. That's when you push that right there. But yeah, so good shit, dude. All right, doing some lag reduction. I am so curious how you always save time over me, and I don't know how. It's probably menuing.
In Beach, well, it's one, it's menuing. Two, it's lag reducing at Meowth, and lag reducing before Kangaskhan. So you'll notice how
I want to compare yours to mine because yeah, I do try to do lag reduction there, and I'm curious to know how yours compares to mine.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of frames you save more than you think. Lag reducing before Kangaskhan.
Absolutely.
And I noticed it because when I've been exiting stage, I've been getting low or mid 156. Usually I get around 157 on live split, of course. So yeah, taking a picture of the right wing of Butterfree. I noticed you do the left. I think the right yields more points. I've just had more success with it.
Listen, man, to each their own. Oh my gosh, that is a beautiful picture right there.
It is actually a fun fact. My first ever Butterfree picture was a 3800.
Nice. Don't see those too often. Your Lapras, you kind of did some weird movement here, but okay, yeah, you got it right beneath. I wonder if it would have been more points if it was bottom left instead of just on the bottom, but.
Oh, I usually aim for the white belly, but I think I just moved a bit too quickly, so I didn't get red dot. I know you can get the points you need without a red dot, but
yeah,
I just aimed a bit under it.
I want to see how many points you get on that one because I don't think it's really that much more. I generally get anywhere between 2480 and like 2560 on that Lapras picture. I don't know if you get much more out of it by doing square head stuff. So well, we'll see.
Yeah, square head stuff is usually I just do it on Pikachu and Electrode. Lapras, I believe I got 2520 on this one. Can't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously this is very standard. I just try to lag reduce more on Meowth. You'll notice I look down at the last second.
I wait for the Pidgey audio cue, but I want to see what you do here. Duo. You look down at the same time I do, but you look down maybe like slower? No, yours is about the same as mine. Take that picture, go right back up. Yep, that's what I do. Now you're gonna turn. Oh, you're okay. Interesting.
Yep, I go back up. You actually save more frames here than you'd think.
Yeah. Yeah, I look down way sooner than this. Okay, yeah, that was clean.
I don't go for double king on here. If I go for that Kangaskhan, I know I'll get around 300, 350, 380. And if I get a good Butterfree, a good Pikachu, I know I'll have enough points.
What annoys me is that
Eevee,
I got to get better at Butterfree. I just have to. It's just so annoying.
maybe try the right wing.
I can try.
Yeah.
Just gonna
notice
gonna
this
break muscle
Eevee,
memory.
We'll go on Butterfree here.
2480 by the way is what you got. So pretty standard. Yep. You got 320. 24, dude. That's like first frame EV.
That is actually second frame Eevee. I've gotten a 2380 before.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
I wonder if the size is well, no, I guess that would probably be the same. I wonder if first and second frame were any different. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if
First and second frame, I think, is a difference of 20 on this, a 10 on the size. Because there's a difference of 20 points. I've gotten a 2380 before.
Well, I was just wondering if the size is actually from like square head. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. I would have to do a lot of frame analysis and a lot of testing to figure that out. 2260, looking good. Good mashing
Not
there.
the highest points, but
listen, man, all you need.
I'll take anything over 2250.
Exactly.
22.5k.
I got to get better at this. I always hesitate too long, and I get like 2 or 3 frames afterwards. So I get it when it's almost like all white on the front.
So you can even get it when it's barely white, and he's looking straight up, as long as his face is showing down.
Yep.
Actually, you can take an even faster photo than that, but that is one of the fastest that you can take. Obviously, I pause a frame or two after I take the picture, so saving a bunch of time there. And yeah, fading out less than 301. Generally, that's a very good run. It's going into this stage, it's a bit ahead of Quo.
Nice. You almost messed this up.
I almost messed this up, actually. So I don't know if you want to go back. I can explain what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's easy.
So like
this.
Yeah.
So you're doing lag reduction. You look down. You're trying to throw apples, but then you try to throw and then see up.
So I go for the Electabuzz there, and then what I would do is I would camera lock forward, and then drift to the right, and then hit him on the second one. But because I just missed 2 apples, I'm like, okay, I gotta hit him nearly the frame he gives me the opportunity to, just so I don't crash into him. But yeah, lag reducing to the right, looking at Electabuzz at the last second.
Is there a reason you do right side instead of left, or whatever?
For me, it's because when you look up, you gotta look at the textures in the middle. And I never did any analysis on this, but what I was thinking was when you look to the right, you don't have to look at that texture in the middle when you look up, because you eventually have to look down. You just have to look from left to center. So
yeah, I look left instead of right. My thought has always been I want
right to center. Sorry,
yeah, one of the things I want to test. I don't know how to test, but I want to. Again, I don't know how. I don't know how to set up a test for this, but I want to see if you get better lag reduction, because it's like if something isn't on screen, then it doesn't, do whatever. So if you look backwards, is that better than looking forwards, right? Like, so all of the level is on the left side, right? Like going forward, the path is going to take you forward and to the left. What do I hear? What noise was that?
Right, so you mean looking up and backwards while camera locked forward before Electrode?
More or less, yeah. So like you look right, I would look left, but when I look left, I'm actually looking towards the Zubat, not Zubat, the Zubat and the Zapdos room. But you're looking to the right, you're actually looking like at less level, like that direction. Like if you did a cone, you'd have less level in that area than I would.
Yeah.
So I wonder if
that
has
was thinking
anything.
too. Yeah, because you'd have to look at the textures in the center before you look up. But there's obviously more testing to do on that.
Indeed. All right. Anyways, you look down over here, and then you look up.
Yeah. So I throw the apple at Electrode, and then I look to the center of the rail, and then I camera lock forward, or I see up at the last second. And then I just do the easy setup, where you look up at Zubat, tap to the left a bit.
That Zubat is so hard.
Yeah, and even if you don't get a red dot, generally it can yield very little points.
Are you drifting left here? I think you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
I drift left on the camera extend. I'm camera locked forward before Magikarp.
Mm-hmm.
So when I camera extended there, I drift to the left.
Gotcha.
And then I obviously just recenter.
Okay, smart. When you look down, I want to ask, what's your? Do you have a visual or an audio cue or what?
So my audio cue here is the Pikachu.
Mm-hmm. The second one.
It is the first one. I wait about a second after the first one, then I look down.
Gotcha.
And then
Pikachu
when
does.
reticle is on Diglett, that's
Yeah.
when he'll pop up.
Yeah.
See how he pops up right when I get the reticle on him?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Pikachu has two sounds. It's like Pika, and then Diglett comes up the second one.
Yes.
So I listen.
I wait in between the first and second.
I wait for the second one and then I come down. So, but either one, that's good. That's good. That there's multiple cues. You wait a second. You know.
No, definitely. I would do the second as well.
So. Cool. Looks
So
up.
I don't know if you want to go back just a little bit. So after not Ghastly, Haunter.
Mm-hmm.
A general rule I have is look up, then look up first with the reticle, and then see up. Because see up and then looking up, you have to look at textures in the middle of the stage.
Yeah.
So you'll notice in Volcano I do this, in River I do this.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a general rule I stick
I
with.
think that's a better idea. Yeah, I think because you're looking at less stuff in the middle. You're definitely you're keeping as much off screen as possible by just changing the operation that you do things. And
yeah, nothing's happening here, so that's all I'm really focusing on.
Mm-hmm. Good, Doug Trio. You're like so far ahead, and I wonder if that's because of lag reduction. But you're like really far ahead on the track. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like normally, I feel like I would be a little further to the left, and I wonder if it's, I wonder what that is, because I see that happen. Like on some runs, I'm like super far ahead, and other runs I'm super far behind. He's trial testing his invention from earlier. What? Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm not clean. I would never.
And actually, these magnets I stole from Quo because I was like, okay, how is he getting good tunnel exits?
Mm-hmm.
That apple wasn't too good. He's gonna come to me on a diagonal angle, but I guess I can explain what's going on.
I'm gonna put my cursor here, and we'll just keep watching over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to. Your placement is interesting. My tunnel exit is so bad. I'm pretty sure Quo saves a few seconds on me here.
I believe I saved a bit of time over him here. I may have tied his split actually.
How's it going, Senpai? Hope you're doing well. I'm just doing a little analysis here, because well, I might do a little bit of streaming afterwards. I might stick around a little longer, but I did a 4-hour stream earlier today, so I wanted to do this today.
But yeah, if the pair of magnets was closer, I could have saved a bit more time on lag reduction. But the apple, I threw a bit too late, too early actually, because they didn't follow it.
So you're throwing there. I bounce it off of the wall. Actually, I want to see something real fast. You throw. Okay. There's like a point. Yeah, there's a point when you go over there's like a crease on the floor, and the camera sort of like slows down and then speeds back up again.
That's actually my visual cue to un-camera lock, and then drift a bit to the left and throw the first apple. Yeah, drifting to the right, so I'm in a perfect line with Magnemite, so he goes to his friends. But yeah, that Magnemite could have been a bit better, obviously.
God, Magnemites are so hard.
So the apple could have been a bit closer, so I lose a bit of points on the Magneton here, but overall, I'm taking good pictures. So there's a lot of stuff going on, but there's many ways to do this part, and I'm sure you've taken your time trying to figure out the best option.
Oh, of course.
And I don't know if you do this menuing here, but the Diglett, you can actually
down A, right.
Diglett, and then do this.
Yeah.
Down, A, right.
I know exactly what you mean. I wonder if that's faster. I mean, that was very fast. I'm gonna watch that again real fast.
I believe it is faster compared to watching the screen scroll and then selecting a picture on the next screen. Because it just looks smooth. The only thing that's stuttering is the transition between the second and the third Diglett.
I'm gonna have to give that a shot, dude. What's up going on? What's going on, Collins? Hope you're doing well.
Hey, Collins. Yeah, really good points over here. Almost spreadsheet on Kakuna.
Yeah. 25. Jesus, 44. That's such a good Doug trio. Fuck. Yeah, Eric is here with me. 34 and 35 on the magnets. Not bad.
Yeah, generally over 3K is acceptable.
Yeah, I aim for 35 because you can get I can get 3.8 on those pictures if I really try, but I just feel like it's not very consistent for me. So for me, it's like the bar that I set is like 3.5 because that's pretty consistent. Getting 7K on both of them.
I think that really the thing that really separates I guess the top runner from I guess somebody getting into it or who needs to improve is really just the exit and getting good points on it. Because as long as you have 56K going in, you can even have 55K going in. You'll have 72.5K for pesters.
Oh, easy.
But again, that just makes zero pick value much harder. So I just do a classic.
Yeah, points are real hard.
Vulpix setup. So
CVS. Vulpix. That is a good Vulpix.
And yeah, I look up and then see up before I do the camera extend.
Fair that the smoke creates additional lag. I don't think it does, but I usually look away from it anyways.
Oh yeah, I just look up. I think Dan told me looking left or right while camera extended up. It doesn't really matter.
It probably doesn't matter. Also, let's go back and we'll watch that one more time.
So I notice the position I got, Charmander was going behind him. I could have brought the apple closer to the ledge. So I don't normally go for the feeding Charmeleon. I only went for it here because Charmander was a bit far away.
Yeah.
But Magmar was going to give good points because he was close, so.
This is a good recovery, though, because this is, generally, a bad setup, Like, you were given a bad hand, and you made it work. Because you got a really good picture on Charmander, and you still got a really good picture on Magmar.
Yeah, I looked at that, and I was thinking, okay, I can get away with this, but here I just obviously on-camera lock and throw the apple.
Yep, it's very smart. Very good recovery on that.
And this exit is just very quick. I obviously go for the earliest Moltres. My points are really good. I don't need a 450. So I believe this one gave me 300, around 300. Yeah, menuing and mashing just very solid.
Okay, right about 4K. Oh my gosh, that Vulpix, 3860. Look at that. 2880.
Actually, the only points I lost was it was just expanded on the screen.
I think getting that Charmeleon really helped you a lot because normally Charmeleon without feeding it is only like 2,200 or so. But because you were closer, how does I say this? You set up the Charmeleon a little sooner. So you had the opportunity at the feeding one, and it was worth an extra like 500 or 600 points. So that really helped. You got 220 on them. Moltres.
Yep, I just wanted to take it as fast as possible. And yeah, usually I don't go for the feeding Charmeleon, but with what I was given, I thought, okay, I can do it without losing barely any time or no time at all. And just very quick picture and exit stage here.
Yep.
I actually notice you can exit stage here quicker than most areas because, for example, something like volcano sign, for example, there's more textures. So the menu actually lags a bit less. So you can actually exit that menu very quickly.
Gotcha.
Yeah, coming into river, I
Dude,
camera
some
lock
side
forward
eye,
and then
yeah.
I just lag reduce up.
Yep. I want to see your Bulbasaur here, as you were hyping it up.
I throw 2 pesters just in case I miss the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I line up the reticle with the left side of the log, and then when Bulbasaur comes out, I throw the apple to the right side of Bulbasaur, and all the time they end up feeding it.
That one. That one.
Yeah, and then I look at the river, just so I don't see them eating it. I'm just trying to save as much frames as possible, not looking at Pokemon. And then I look up and see up. But yeah, if you notice, if you play that in full motion, I'm barely looking at Bulbasaur.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And then I just do the little setup over here so I don't have to do the tap right. And I find it more consistent actually, because when I tap to the right to get the Slowpoke to notice it, sometimes it might vary on it. Whereas this one's just consistent all the time.
What do you mean by the tap on it?
Oh, so before you told me, I never used to set up the reticle above the pester text. I would leave it in the middle. And then when I heard the third Shelter, I would tap to the right, then throw.
Gotcha.
Sometimes I would miss tap, but this way it's always lined up.
Yeah.
And I actually recommend that for everybody doing this setup. So throwing the apples and then lining it up with the pester.
Yeah. Funny sort of anecdote on this is that so in the whole micro angles discussion thing that was going on for a while, I did a lot of testing on what causes the camera to actually move and that changes your actual angle, right? Because I just had a lot of questions in general of just like, how is it that when does the cart move? Like what are the things? And I found that you can hover over the B button really easily without actually moving the cart. And so whenever it came to this, I was like, you know what? I kind of just guesstimate how far to move to the right to throw the apple first for Slowpoke. And then I realized, oh, I have plenty of space. I'm just going to line it up with the B button. And then whenever I know the timing is right, I'm just going to throw it. And yeah,
and
it turns out
here because you're not drifting.
Exactly. It just turns out to be really good. Really good setup.
So I kind of wait on the apple to Slowbro here, just so I'm slightly drifted to the left. And yeah, so I'll look up after Slowbro, see up, and then camera extend. I don't know if camera extending here is useful or not. I just do it because, you know, why not? Camera extend, save more lag.
I think so.
I look at Slowpoke at the last second there. Alright, well,
I need to double check my my lag tests because I wonder if doing the extended lookup is better than just the regular lookup. So
I believe it is. Actually,
I have a feeling it is
on Metapods.
Yeah.
Dan told me that generally when you look up on camera locked, the game doesn't lag, but for some reason in this area it lags more. Is that true? So when you look up to the sky on camera lock, that's why if you notice when I throw the second pester, I camera lock immediately.
I would say that being unlocked is worse in general. It's more laggy to be unlocked. So anytime you're going to do the extended lookup, just hold the L button or the Z button. Like just hold the lock in. So I don't know if it's more laggy here. I mean, obviously you have more stuff above you, but it's not a lot of stuff. You know, you do have the metapods, you know, in this area, so that gives you stuff. But I don't think that actually gives you any lag frames. Or maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know.
Maybe just been like a placebo, but that's just something I generally stick with.
And it probably can help. You know, it can only help, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
So I don't get first cloister here, so automatically losing a bit of time.
It's not a lot. I think the comparison
Not that
between
much. My
first
exit
and
was
second
very good.
cloister is like really small. Like first and second cloister is essentially the same, and third cloister is the only one that really loses time.
Oh yeah, you can lose at least 2 seconds on it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think because of my exit, I only lost maybe half a second compared to first cloister. It's
Yeah.
very comparable actually.
I agree.
And yeah, the pictures all here were really good.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Metapod. Metapod, I don't get 3800. Because even with the single Metapod, you can get 3800. I actually get 3480, I believe here.
Is that 52? I guess. Yeah. No. Yes. That's because it's 40 times 2 is 80 plus 20 makes it 5200. Jesus, dude. I need to practice that.
I'm telling you, man, that setup, it yields a lot of points, and it's very consistent. You just gotta throw the second apple properly.
34. I always forget what a good Metapod score is. I feel like I get
a good
36.
one is upwards of 3800 to 3900. I've gotten 4010 on it.
Oh wow.
But like I said, even with a single Metapod, you can get 3800 on it. That just shows you my Metapod here wasn't too good. I took the picture too early. And you want the pose for both of the tails to be the same. I cut off the tail there.
Gotcha.
And 2720 on cloister. You can actually get 3200 on a single cloister.
Yeah.
If you notice, he's not fully facing me.
Yeah, if like a few frames later, and he would be. What I think is annoying is that I think we all do it. It's like we're trying to anticipate the frame that he's going to be looking at us, but it's a very small window, and so you're like, oh, it's cloister, and get him, and you don't really think about, oh, I have to wait like 2 more frames, and then it's like when I want it. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard.
It's very tedious to get the amount of points you want on this Pokemon. And 107
4K.
going into cave.
107 is a lot of points. If I have 106, I think that's really good. Right.
Yeah. I only lose actually 700th of a second on river there to gold.
Nice.
Yeah, I throw the 2 apples. Camera lock forward and lag reduce to the right.
I've noticed that the lag reducing to the right is way better than looking forward in this area.
Oh yes.
Ooh, 2 pictures of Grimer. Not too bad though.
The only time you lose on this is obviously if you menu wrong, and obviously when the oak counts the photos you've taken. And here, this is my thought process. Okay, I'm gonna take a good picture of Grimer, purposely lose points on Muck, because a pesterless Muck automatically saves 2 seconds. And because the pace was so good, I was thinking, okay, he's facing to the left. He's gonna give me 3,500 points. I'm not losing that much. I have a lot of points going into cave. So even though I'm losing a little bit, if I get the perfect points I need for coughing, Jigglypuff, Victory Bell, then I should have a 0 pick.
Smart.
Coming up on the sniper. And this is obviously where most of my time loss was.
Yeah.
Okay. He stopped again. And those 2 pictures are very bad, actually. I lose a lot of points on them.
Oh, which ones? The Weeping Bell and Victory Bell?
Oh, the Jigglypuff and coughing.
Oh, gotcha.
It was because I was trying to go for the half snipe. But he stopped on the come around, so.
Oh yeah, that picture of Jix is not the best.
Yeah. But actually, if I got 4,400 Jigglypuff and 4K coughing, and I got the snipe, because you'd look at these points and think, okay, even if you got the snipe, you probably have a 1 pick, but I wouldn't lose the pose if I wasn't trying to get the half snipe. So.
Yeah, I gotcha, bro. Your Ditto is literally perfect. That is like maximum score Ditto.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
Ditto is something I've really worked on. Obviously, I played around with the lag reducing.
You're right. You still got 3,600 on that Muck. I gotta start doing that though. If it saves 2 seconds, if it's not facing away from me, I'm gonna stop doing it.
Oh, it saves more than you think, actually.
Yeah, because normally I get like maybe 38, 39, 4K, you know, on that muck, you know? Like I don't get like an insanely higher more points on that, you know? It's like I'd only get a little bit more. So if it's 2
Yeah,
seconds,
and I'm counting in my head, so I know my points were good, so I know this is worth to go. And plus, you save a bunch of time. In Quo's advanced guide, I think he explains it saves approximately 2 seconds. So
yeah, because of like unzoom, look back, do like it's just laggy. Yeah, so it definitely loses you some time.
Yep.
Oops, sorry. I went to look and see
obviously
what you're.
didn't get the pose I wanted to on coughing. 4K is what you want.
Yeah, you only got 350 for the pose. This is the one thing. One of the reasons why I don't go for this coughing, is because I feel like I lose. I never get the pose right, but that's just something I need to work on. I need to actually figure out why I get the pose wrong, because I just don't understand it. I think if you did it a little later, if you had done it a little earlier, you would have gotten it. Does that sound
Yeah,
right?
and it was later because I tried to hit Weeping Bell coming around,
Mm-hmm.
but he stopped.
Yeah.
So I'm okay, take the pictures as soon as possible. At least get the 2500 on Weeping Bell. So if I do get the half snipe, I can have a 0 pick valley. And
Yeah, and you had
that
enough
is the
points.
case.
Damn.
But yeah, coughing is something. It's one of those pictures where you look at it, it's very simple,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of new runners can struggle with it.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of them go for the later Jigglypuff and coughing.
Mm-hmm. What's crazy to me is that if you had gotten the snipe, the actual snipe, you would be 8 seconds ahead.
Yep, and what really saved this run, just no time losses, good mashing, good menuing, good lag reduction. And yeah, that just shows how much potential this category has.
Yeah.
With the snipe, because I lose 7.5, I believe, to gold. With the snipe,
8.57 to your gold on cave specifically.
that's actually cumulative of the run.
Oh, is that okay? Sorry.
Yeah, so I lose about 7.5.
Yeah, but look at your splits at 7 because it's
Yeah,
3.4
that just goes to
plus
show you,
3.6.
yeah, a mid 2020 is possible.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You look
Yeah,
to the.
I was thinking that too, and I'm looking at my best possible time here. I said it's doable. I just need very good signs, and obviously I need a gold Mew.
Do you take a picture first and then you drift first and then take a picture?
Yeah, I noticed people will lock to the right to lock your speed. I just drift.
That's actually
I don't know if it's better.
that's like
I just
5 head strat right there because you actually have a slower speed whenever you're turning. That using the seed to turn actually has a slower speed than the other ones. Going from side to back or back to side is a slower speed than looking straight back. So if you want to go the slowest possible, it's just constantly go like from back to like C right to C left to C you know what I mean? Like if I'm trying to
yeah,
south
so
to
I
east,
drift.
south to east, south to east, like back and forth.
Exactly. So this way I'm not really reducing speed.
Mm-hmm.
I am reducing my speed, but I'm not looking directly right because that is the slowest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna kind of zoom ahead a little bit here. Oops.
Yeah. So my audio cue here, I look down on the last cry for Squirtle.
Mm.
And then I do quo setup for Mankey Snipe. I look a bit more to the right compared to him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just that's just basic lag reduction there. Nothing too crazy. And here I actually take the 50-50. I mash through the whole text.
Nice.
So I'm like, okay, I didn't get Weeping Bell Snipe. I might as well just go for everything.
Go ham, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking tie gold or get gold. And even then, I save a second over world record.
I want to see this match real fast. You hesitated a little bit on the dash engine one.
Yep, because that hesitation is me letting go from A and B. So yeah, I risked the mashing there except for the last text box.
It's good. It's good idea.
So that way I won't get the Pokemon report.
Last night I had this really beautiful YOLO mash on that. Worked out beautifully. And then I fucked up Cave Sign.
Oh yeah, the YOLO mash thing is like, yeah, when you get it, it's beautiful, but then when you mess it up, you're like,
Yeah.
man, that mashing was so good, and then I just lost 8 seconds on the Pokemon report.
I've been practicing Cave Sign. I don't know why I consistently miss it, or I guess I have a really hard time getting it consistently.
Yeah, I actually noticed you come from the right to the left. I come from the left to the right.
Do you? Hang on.
Because you're actually going away from the resistance, so you can actually line up the reticle perfectly like that.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Yeah. So instead of it doubling your movement speed because you're going with the current, you're going against the flow, so it gives you resistance. So it's like makes it easy to line up. That's actually super smart. I gotta look into that.
That's why I changed my cave sign, because I noticed I couldn't control it, and I would end up taking an extra picture.
Smart. What's going on, Shamana?
I recommend that.
We're doing a little short stream. I'm just we're doing some analysis on Eric's world record here that he got just a couple days ago, and this is more or less just a I don't know, just an overview of what he's doing. Some really interesting stuff. Have I mentioned my audio cue for this sign?
Lay it on me.
So,
what do you use?
Vile Plume, whenever you play the flute, the first time she goes, Vile Plume! And then like a few seconds later, she goes, Vile Plume! Again. On the second one, that is the exact timing for when the picture is uncovered by smoke. It's like that Vile Plume! Like that Plume! That's it.
Oh,
so,
for that audio cue, yeah. So what I will do is, I'll see left on the first Vile Plume, but yeah, you're right. After the second Vile Plume, that it's immediately when you can take the sign picture.
Yeah. So lag reduction or not, if you actually hover over the sign, it changes exactly then. So I've been using that as like a mental time of like, okay, it's gonna be like I know the sound is coming because there's like a little bit of a lead in that Vile Plume, Vile that little bit of intro gives me a time of like it's coming up now, right? It gives me a little bit of a lead in. So really good. I'm trying to incorporate it more so that I know when because like you do lag reduction for the entire time and then you know exactly when it come over, right? Yeah. See, like you timed it exactly so that you were pretty much ready to go so that as soon as the red dot shows up, you can take a picture. But I'm trying to think of like how do I lag reduce for the most amount of time, and then I show up at the exact time to take the picture and get out. I think that'll be the best strat. But it's
you actually notice here I see left a bit early. I just don't want. I'm thinking at this point, okay, my signs are good. I don't want to risk. Okay, see left too late.
We're playing it
and
safe.
then taking a late picture of it.
Playing it safe.
The exit course was pretty fast too. A bit faster though.
Well, as long as you don't like, I don't know. I think it's like at a certain point we're just counting frames. It's like, oh, I lost 1 frame here. It's like, and maybe that's because you're into it because of the Super Mario Bros. Stuff. But I personally, I'm like, it's whatever, man. You got the great run. You got all the good stuff. You lost 1 frame to menuing. Like, it's okay, dude. You're fine. That's like maximum human potential. You know what I mean? You can't be frame perfect all the time.
Yeah, exactly. I would think that if I got this night, but I'm thinking I need to risk everything at this point. And even then, I'm behind world record.
I think it was your Mew that brought it.
Yeah. So this, I actually kind of want to touch upon it a little bit. So tunnel sign, what I do is it's the standard. You use the visual cue on the mountain side to see right, and then you use a visual cue on the mountain side to the right to see left. That way you don't bump into electrode. Me, I just do that. What I do is I just look up doing it.
That's smart.
And then when I camera lock forward, I also camera extend.
I'm gonna practice that. Like literally after we're done with this video, I'm gonna go practice that.
Yeah, it is easier than you think. You just have to use an audio cue instead of a visual cue.
Well, what's interesting, besides the visual cue thing, is that at least with the first one, the time that I see right is exactly when the camera panning goes from left to right. There's a point in like the curve of the turn when you stop turning left and start turning right. That's exactly when you hit C right.
Mm-hmm.
So I could be using that instead because I don't need to look at anything. I just need to know that we turned from left to right at this point, you know. And then I need
you mean on the camera? Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I usually just use an audio cue, but that is perfectly fine.
You're looking up. Dude, I can't believe we looked down for so long. Looking up is so much better.
It is so much.
I also need to figure out when to... Oh, you do it when the camera turns to the right like that. Okay. I need to find out.
Because the reason why is because I want to be on the right side. Mm-hmm. So I give the cart time to drift. Then when I hear... when I see the camera turn, then I play the flute. Camera lock, see up, on camera lock so I'm faced forward.
Mm-hmm.
So that way I'm lag reducing as much as possible while to the right and looking forward.
Mm.
So you get to the picture quicker, you're on the left side as quick as possible, and you do it with minimal lag.
Gotcha. You look up. I usually look left here. I wonder how much faster yours is. Probably, I don't think it's more than like a couple frames, but...
I'm going to be honest with you, I just look up because I like looking up. People look left, and I'm thinking, where can I save time? Probably looking up.
Well, I think
be looking right for sure.
The argument was so there's, you know, quote unquote the Danimal sound, right, which is like the audio cue of like on that first whatever beat, whatever measure. I don't speak music, so I don't know. But there's like do 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 do, you know, those, and then as soon as like that do comes in, that's when the red dot becomes available. But with optimal lag reduction, it's actually a few frames before that. So I think if you do perfect lag reduction, you can actually beat that by a few frames. Sketch is here. What's going on, dude?
Sketch.
That's
something I noticed.
I was just talking about Sketch. He's the guy who does the Command and Conquer stuff. Hang on, I'll talk to you in a minute, Sketch.
Nice.
We're doing a little bit of a video analysis here. We're about to be wrapped up here, though.
All right, going into Mew, 2.2 seconds behind.
Dude.
Obviously on my PB.
That was such a good... I'm so bad at Mew. Your Mew is amazing, by the way. This split. Oh no! Except for that one.
Except for that one.
Okay.
This run could have been sub 2030 without this snipe.
Dude. Okay, that
but
third one. First and third brought it back. But yeah, that second one is a bit of a doozy. Okay. Whew. Also good. I got an amazing closeout to a run I did yesterday. Hang on. Another great one. Dude. This Mew is amazing. And you guessed it. Nice.
I did. I could have taken the picture a bit sooner, but I'm thinking I got all those snipes after that horrible second phase. I'm taking it. I'm just going to take it and exit.
There you go. I was going to say, Levon and I were labbing out some stuff with Mew just the other day. So, hang on. I'm going to take it back a little bit. So, let's see here. Okay. So, whenever the ball breaks and it passes by the screen, the music goes down and like a heartbeat comes in, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the 5th heartbeat, Mew spawns every time. So if you're listening, spawn.
And if you don't see it, then you can just see left or see right if you guess it wrong.
So he's got this frame perfect, like I'm just gonna hit A and start on the same frame, right? Like we're gonna take a picture and leave as soon as possible. But
and that is if you're obviously going for the fastest possible time.
That's maximum YOLO. But it actually, because you don't have to like worry about human reaction time, you can actually leave like a whole second sooner if you're really on it, and you're listening. You can get it really fast and exit. But that's obviously.
And I was thinking on bad runs. Okay, risk it and just guess and take a picture on a bad run. But I've been really trying to practice. Okay, reaction. If I don't see it, then see left or see right.
Absolutely.
But here I just guessed the right option.
Yeah, you did. All right. Well, this is a great run, Eric. Obviously, we can see that there is time to save in caves, especially. But overall, you did amazing because even after that, you saved time on world record on every split.
Every single split, yes.
Yep.
I'm the only one who has a volcano sign split.
I guess that's fair.
I just use it for mental purposes. Like, okay, I need to know where I am.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get that. I've thought about it, but it's like too much for my monkey brain, right? So I'm like less hands on the splits, the better, right? Yeah. So, but it's definitely a good idea. I've thought about it for sure. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna highlight that, and I don't know what I'll do with it. I'll post it on my channel, but there we go.
Yeah, overall, just a very good run, very solid run. No menuing errors at all. And yeah, this run was just saved because I had no mistakes, and obviously, RNG was really good to me at the end there. Yeah, that's for sure.
Absolutely,
very good to me.
Absolutely, yeah. You crushed the Mew. That was the saving grace, because if you had gotten like, a normal Mew, which is that was a gold split by a few frames, by about 0.3 seconds. It was
by 0.29.
Yeah. If you had only gotten it by if you had gotten your PB's time, you would have been 3 seconds behind, and then you wouldn't have gotten world record.
So, yeah, and that's what I was thinking, because generally I don't get those good Mews. That gold was very rare. Even considering after the second phase, I was looking. I actually golded that split, and I was missing Mew for 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, it's nuts.
There's a lot of potential in this category, that's for sure.
Absolutely. We're not done yet. But who
the game
will be?
Has to show me my crappy coughing, of course.
I guess. I wonder if there's. I don't know, man. I feel like there's got to be something that we don't know that we can do. Like, there's got to be some optimizations we can still do. I just don't know what they are.
The only thing I can think of is the even worse picture of Electrode, because you can take an even worse picture of Electrode and get 750, and if you get double King, you get 2,000 or 23,400 ish. So that'll be enough for apples.
That's 750. I thought it was worse than that. I thought it was like 400. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'll double check it.
I've definitely gotten 750. I've only gotten 240 and 750.
I probably wasn't paying attention. So it's I don't know, man. I don't know if that's worth it, but maybe we have to.
Yeah. Well, I would have loved to gotten the first sub 2030 there, but obviously for all the other top runners there, that just my run just proves it. It's more than possible.
Absolutely. You got to give them a chance, Eric. Got to let them have a taste of it.
I can't get all the good luck and all the good.
That's what I'm saying, man. If you got a 2020 something, then you would have just killed the category and no one would ever play it again. So you're doing it for the health of the scene.
Yeah, we got to extend it. So can't just kill the category.
Yeah, man, we got to keep it going. Got to drag it out a little longer. Right? We still got a little ways before Snap 2 comes out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be grinding at all. I'm gonna leave my speedrunning a halt until my semester's over. But if like Quill comes back, Levon, I don't know if Joey would ever come back.
Absolutely.
I would obviously grind the game.
I hope they do, but who knows? All right. Okay. Well, thank you so much for stopping in, Eric. I think I might do a couple of small notes after this, but I'm fixing to wrap up the stream. Oop. So.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. It's just it's good for the new runners. They want to see what's going on in the world record.
And I think what I want to do before is I want to just sort of like watch it again, but just talk over it. I'll probably watch it silently and just be like, all right, we're gonna look this way, look that way, stuff like that. So, but all right,
definitely, yep.
All right, dude. I'll catch you later.
All right, I'm heading out too. You have a good night. Thanks for this, by the way.
Yeah, my pleasure. You have a good night. Bye.
All right, toodles.